It began not with a roar, but with a profound, unnatural silence. The constant hum of the city simply ceased. From his office on the 42nd floor, an architect watched the horizon blur, the sharp line between sea and sky dissolving into a solid wall of water, moving with an impossible, relentless speed. The first sound was the sharp, crystalline shriek of a million windows shattering at once. Then came a deep, resonant groan as the steel foundations of the city were twisted and torn apart. A skyscraper, a monument to human ambition, fell like a tree in a silent forest. On the streets below, people were not merely running. Their screams were swallowed by a concussive force that arrived before the water. This was not a wave. It was a judgment. The instinct to flee is primal, but where do you run when the world itself becomes the enemy? A tide of humanity surged inland, a futile migration against the inevitable. Moments before, they were driven by deadlines and daily routines. Now, they were just souls caught in a current. We build our cities as fortresses, believing our engineering makes us masters of our environment. But the planet does not negotiate. Then, as quickly as it came, the surge moved on, carving a new coastline through the heart of the metropolis. It left behind a broken silence, punctuated only by the hiss of receding water and the distant cries of the lost. For the few who clung to debris, gasping for air in a world they no longer recognized, the true test had only just begun. When the water finally receded, it revealed a landscape remade in its own image, broken, fluid, and unrecognizable. A survivor on a rooftop watched a grand piano drift silently down a newly formed canal where a major street once stood. The sound of the wave had been deafening, but this new silence was heavier, filled with the ghosts of what should have been. As others emerged from the wreckage, they looked not at each other, but at the sky, searching for a cause. The architect, now on the ground, found his own blueprints turned to pulp in the muck. Everything he had designed to withstand nature's predictable fury was gone. But this was not predictable. There had been no tremor, no seismic warning, no signal of the Earth's rage. This absence of a reason was more terrifying than the wave itself. The unspoken question hung in the air, thicker than the scent of salt and ruin. What had done this? Our modern world is built on the bedrock of certainty, on satellites and sensors that promise to warn us. This event tore that foundation away, revealing just how fragile our understanding truly is.